Okay, everybody. All right, are you ready for it? Oh, you didn't call me to order?
You want me to call the meeting to order?
I think so.
Okay. I'm going to call the meeting to order of the Board of Adjustments. Tonight is Wednesday, July 24th, 2024 at a little past 5:30. Call to order, roll call. Tyler Bradbury.
Here.
Cato Daly. Here. Melissa Hartman here. Fred Miller.
Here.
Tom Patterson.
Present.
And Sharon Setter.
Here.
Mayor Ken Budge is excused. Emmanuel is here. And Xavier Rodriguez.
Present.
Javier Rodriguez. Xavier. I had the Illinois come out on me.
The same.
So we're going to move right into Agenda 1. The applicant is Blanca C. Marquez. She lives at 53 Santa Cruz Drive, Bisbee, Arizona. My understanding is she's on the phone, and you're interpreting for her?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. At this point, she's requesting a variance to increase the height of her front yard chain link fence to 5 feet. So the first step that we're going to do is open the public hearing. Obviously, there's no one to speak at our public hearing. So we will move on to a presentation by the applicant. So does Ms. Marquez have something to say?
Señora Márquez, ya estamos en la junta del comité donde está pidiendo que aumentar su cerco a 5 pies. ¿Tiene otra cosa que quiera que les diga?
No, eso es lo que estaría previsto para aumentar 2 pies más al cerco.
Ok. Muy bien, déjeme decir. Okay, so the only thing she is doing is requesting to increase 2 feet to the current fence she has because she says she would like a variance, to request a variance to increase the front chain link fence to 5 feet. This request is due to general provisions section 6.4 allowing 4 feet. This request is due to deer jumping my current 3 feet fence. Your consideration is greatly appreciated.
Is that it?
Yes.
I think now we're going to move on to item C, which is a summarization by city staff. Emmanuel?
Okay, so really quickly to recap on the zoning code. I'm not able to recommend this to the city Bisbee Board of Adjustments. There's no special circumstances applicable to the property. The parcel has no exceptional size, shape, topography, location, or surroundings. The application of the regulation does not result in exceptional undue hardships upon the owner. So, and they're not being deprived of developing their property in the same manner as surrounding properties. That's my.
So city staff is not recommending.
Not recommending.
The 2-foot increase.
Yes. Not recommending.
Okay, that's fine. And let make sure I understand from what she said that her fence is currently
3 feet.
3 feet. 3 feet. And she wants to go to 5. Okay.
You can legally go to 4.
Right.
Right,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, we'll get there.
Oh, okay.
But
All right.
yes, thank you. That's why I need to understand in my head when she said 2 feet. It didn't make sense to me, so. Is that it, Emmanuel?
That's it.
Thank you. Are there any comments by persons in favor of this? Okay, seeing none. Are there any comments by persons opposed? There's no one in the audience, so. Now we have time. Is there any kind of rebuttal or anything else that the applicant would like to tell us?
Ok, Okay, so when she went into the office and explained to me what it was, she's only adding a pole to the pole, and she's doing wire that would go up 5 feet. She's not actually doing the whole fence. So it's 2 strips of wire that'll be, she's not gonna do like a sloppy dog. She said she's going to try and do holes, run it through those poles, just to keep the deer out, and
But
that's all.
it's not electrified, is that
No,
correct?
no, no.
Okay.
No, no, not wired or anything.
Not just
Wire.
Wire.
taking a wire and going from one end, one post to the other.
Yeah, and she put, I think she put in a little drawing where they just added to the pole, like 2 feet, and then the wire would go across.
Okay.
So the top of the part that she wants to add on would be just wire, not actual fencing.
Two
No,
strands.
Just the pole, because she's gonna have to put a pole behind the fence.
So it would almost be like when they extend the chain link with barbed wire, but it won't be barbed wire.
Right, it'll just be 2 strands of wire, and that's it. 2
Okay, hang on, we'll close the
Yeah.
public hearing. Is there anything else from the applicant that we need to know?
Señora, les expliqué lo que necesitaba, que va a ser los postes con el alambre. Son 2 tiras nada más. Hay algo más.
Yo me la que sí me den permiso porque como me llegaron cupones de ley,
Ok.
ya compré el material para aprovechar los cupones.
Ok. Muy bien, pues ya se les explicó, van a hacer una decisión y ahorita le digo, ¿ok?
Ok, Dios quiera que sí me lo den.
She said she got coupons from Mason, has the material.
She says what?
She got
Yeah,
coupons
coupons.
from Mason, has the material.
Oh,
Purchased it.
okay, I did, I caught that. At this point then, I'll go ahead and close the public hearing. Discussion of the variance application among the board members, and I'd also like, with you all's permission, to hear from Javier on this.
It's strictly against the code to go above 4 in that zoning,
No
that
matter,
zone area.
no matter what the material is.
No matter what the material is, what it is, you can only go 5 feet. She's not on a corner lot, so it don't have to be 3, it's 4 on her lot.
So she could
Yeah.
go 4 feet.
She could go 4 feet.
Even with the wire.
Even with the wire, she could go up to 4, but anything else is a variance if we wanted to go up beyond that or higher.
I have a question for Javier. So, she's gonna leave the existing fence, proposing to leave it as is, and add a pole to extend that.
Correct.
Would that be considered temporary?
More, it's
To
going
some
in-
extent?
It's going in the poles, so
Oh, it's
it's gonna
going
fix
in the
them.
pole.
Yeah, the existing poles are the circle tubing.
So the pole, so that would be,
Yeah.
that's more permanent?
Yeah, it's permanent.
Okay.
Yeah, not temporary.
So I was thinking if she was connecting the pole to the pole,
No,
it's
she's
gonna
gonna
be
slide it
easily
in.
taken apart, but
Yeah, slide in and run non-barbed wire all the way through. Probably a foot increment at 4 and 1 at 5 is what I see in the picture.
And will this be I apologize, will this be something that you will check after it's installed?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else have questions? Comments?
Well, I have a comment. Unfortunately, I'm not a wildlife expert, but looking at the information on the internet and also hearing from other people and with my kind of past experience, deer can jump over 5 feet. And so I have serious doubts that this is going to keep the deer out. That, you know, I think extending the fence beyond code to do something that really isn't going to accomplish the purpose is unfortunately, I think, the takeaway of this discussion.
I would like to add to Cable's comment. I did some research, and supposedly the deer can get up to over 8 foot fence. So
I've seen
that's beyond anything the code would allow anywhere around.
Mr. Patterson, do you have some comments?
Yeah, we have set some precedents in that we had a case, I don't know how long ago it was. Well, it couldn't have been any longer ago when I moved the business. I know there is a finite amount of time.
Right.
But we had somebody that wanted to raise the height of their wall. And they happened to live right across the street from the Copper Queen Hospital. And they had a lot of traffic going by. And the decision was made that this is similar to our last case, in that it's just black and white in the code. And now, is this the regular Bisbee code?
Yeah, it's a
You
zoning
know,
code.
this is just my opinion. It'd be nice if when we get opinions, that we know which code's being quoted. Because we've had people in front of the board before, that their argument bounces back and forth between codes, picking which one suits them best. So it's nice to know which, because the Survey Building Code takes precedence. But we've turned down the only previous request I remember. And,
Thank you.
My experience is I lived in a rural area, not in Bisbee, in fenced garden, and I fenced it at 5 foot, and that wasn't tall enough, deer got over it. I fenced it at 6 foot, and that wasn't tall enough. I fenced it at 7 foot, and that wasn't tall enough. So, I just have experience with, I live in Warren, and I have an interface with Black Mountain, and I've seen deer there, and I've seen them when they're startled, that they really, really can get up high and they jump over stuff. So I don't think this is a useful thing to do, because it won't deter any deer. I took a look at the Google view of the neighborhood, and all the fences are of the same size, the same height, and so it really would be out of character for the neighborhood. That said, what I have done, and I hope that maybe Lorena can pass this on to her, I went on the net and I've got several internet citations for deer repellents, how to repel deer, and I think that's what the applicant should do, is try to repel deer, either plant stuff or put stuff down around it to deter the deer from jumping over in the first place.
Sure. Go ahead.
I just want to correct you, Fred, in that I did drive around the neighborhood, and several properties, in fact, 2 properties down from the applicant, there is a 5-foot chain link.
Oh,
In
good.
front.
I didn't see that.
In front.
Yeah, in front.
Huh.
Yep. So I think that, that
Somebody's got to go down and
would be something to think about. However, again, I just agree with Tyler and with Fred, is that this is not going to keep the deer out of here.
it's no benefit for the variance. So why make a precedence over something so?
So, my question, I don't know if it's a question, but, so if she adds 1, 3, she can go 4 feet.
Correct.
And so if she wants to add the poles and the wire, that is allowable under the code? That's my question.
Up to 4 feet.
Up to 4
correct.
feet, up to 4 feet.
One more foot.
Arlen, go ahead.
No.
Okay. Are there any more comments? I can call for a motion from the board. Is there a motion that we can make?
I move we deny the request for variance.
I'll second.
Roll call. Sharon?
Would I agree, I agree to decline, I agree to decline.
No,
So you're a nay. Sorry.
Nay. Is that nay or yay?
No, it's a
Yes.
yay.
It's a yay.
It's a yay.
It's a yay. What do you mean?
That is the word gets
A
confusing.
yay,
That's a
this
double.
is,
Yeah, so it is.
Okay, Tom Patterson,
yes.
Fred,
Yes.
Melissa, I'm going to say yes. Kato,
Yes.
and Tyler.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously that we will not allow for the 5 feet. Anything else?
Yep. So you'll allow for the
Yes, she can do the 4, but not the 5.
I move we adjourn.
I'll second that. We're adjourned.
Señora Márquez.